What is going on YouTube? It is BR here coming at you with this collection I picked up. So yesterday I posted a poll on the YouTube channel here on the community tab and it has a good amount of responses. So I'm going to film some of these collection hauls I've picked up over the past few months, years. This one I picked up a few years ago. I haven't ever actually filmed it. It sat in storage, to be quite honest with you. I think it was maybe 3 years ago I might have bought this. It's been a while, but part of it I wanted the bins. To be quite honest with you, I also wanted the bins. But there's some cool stuff in here. I paid $150 for all of this stuff, all these 5 bins. So let's get into it. Be sure to hit that like button down below and drop a subscription while you're down there. Much appreciated. Alright, so we'll start with the smallest bin right off the top. In the Ziploc bag is parts to a set that I don't know. I forget what it was. I have the instructions for it, I think. Because there are instructions within this haul. But what really caught my eye was parts to 4559 Cargo Railway. So this set is not complete at all. There's no track, controller, or motor. I remember I asked a person, I was like, do you have, the motor or the track or anything? They said, no, this is all we have. So I don't know if they just picked this bin up and they just resold it or whatever. But some parts to it caught my eye. I always wanted this train as a kid. Now I have some parts to it. Also, this battery box here, I don't know what this goes to. This was kind of heavy. I don't know if it worked, but I gotta plug something into it, I think. Second bin here, we have some instructions as well as some parts. So this is a little creator card. Maybe that was in the bag, I can't remember. We also got 2 instructions here for the Red Baron plane as well as the original Sopwith camel plane. And just a quick look on Bricklink, 10024, which is the Red Baron, is going for about $200 used right now. So if I decided to sell that, it would cover the entire cost of all this Lego. There's a lot of work to do in here. We have a lot of parts to go through, sort them, see what we have, inventory the sets, and then rebuild them. I don't know if the Baron has stickers or not. I think it might. But we have Princess Leia right there. We have a Millennium Falcon in here. I believe it's the first Millennium Falcon. There's a mixed match pirate Luke Skywalker. Must have lost an eye in a lightsaber fight. Then I think we found a Chewbacca as well in part of it. There's Han in the cockpit right there holding it down. So yeah, that is the original Millennium Falcon, or the first Millennium Falcon, which I guess would be the original Millennium Falcon. There's parts to the Red Baron. And there's Chewie. I told you we had Chewie. Good old Chewbacca. Moving on to bin number 3 of 5. We do have some interesting stuff in this one. One that I didn't know was in here. And no, it is not this Bionicle container here. Well, there is no Bionicle inside it. It's just actual parts. So maybe we'll find some other Bionicle masks. I know some of those masks can be worth some money, but these things are interesting. I absolutely remember these as a kid, seeing them in the magazine. I totally forgot what they're called. They're like Lego's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Look at the action on these things, because these things got some reach, man. And there's another one in here too, so you can make them box each other. And I gotta look these up. I gotta figure out what the names of them are. You know what? I'm editing this video. Let me do that real quick. So these are actually Bionicle. I had no idea. I thought they were their own little thing. The ones in the picture here, according to Bricklink, have different masks than the ones I think I have on them. I don't remember. But I didn't know Bionicle sets were these punching robots. I do remember these. Maybe there was other sets that had this action that I'm mistaken these with. But I was surprised. This is going for actually $86 on Bricklink right now for this set. So I'm definitely going to have to see if I can complete this one and then probably get rid of them. So the next find in here is an absolute gem. I had no idea this was in here when I purchased it, but this is actually parts to set 5571 giant truck from the Model Team line. This set is absolutely insane. It is $475 on Bricklink right now. That is absolutely insane. I will absolutely keep this in my collection though. Like, it is such a cool looking set. I don't have many Model Team sets, but they are what I would call dust collectors. I know I bash on some sets that are like dust collectors, but these look so cool. One day I will have like a shelf where I will put these on, and I won't get rid of it. There's a Bionicle mask right there, but I don't think that's the one for the fighting robots to the death set. Next bin here, we come across some base plates, as well as an interesting little set from 1996. Throw it back all the way to set 6755, Sheriff's Lockup. That's right, there's just parts to a Sheriff's Lockup in here. I don't see many of the minifigures. I wasn't really looking for minifigures too much. There are some minifigures mixed in. Here's a McDonald's dude. So that's interesting. There might be a little McDonald's set in there, which I did review on this channel. So there is a McDonald's set review on this channel. Probably a card of it right now. So after this video, go watch that McDonald's review. That guy is an absolute madman. This guy is from, I think, Racers. Looks pretty cool. Not a bad torso print, but definitely a race car driver of some sort. And then this is just really some general bulk. Here's another part to the sheriff's lockup. So I'll definitely have to piece that together as well. And then a part just went flying, but what else is new? But yeah, nothing really too crazy in the fourth bin. And we're moving on to the last final bin here of this collection. So this has instructions in it to sets that I don't think are actually in here, which is kind of interesting. And I actually sold one of those on Bricklink already, one of those instructions. Not that one, the one from probably like last year I sold an instruction. That instruction on Bricklink for like 20 bucks. It's insane. There's stuff in here though that I don't think is in here, and that goes back to earlier in the video when I asked the person if there was any other bins of Lego they had, because they didn't have, like, you know, the parts to the train, the motor, the track, the controller, any of that. And they said, no, this is all they had. This is that set I think that was in the bag in the very beginning. There's a radio controlled stuff, and I'm not sure there's a battery pack that goes into it, but I don't know much about the radio controlled Lego. But this is definitely a older haul, I would say. You know, the big find is really the giant truck. That is just insane with the value on that. Even that little Bionicle set, you know, it's almost 86, but that is 86 bucks on Bricklink, but, you know, probably sell it for 100 or something. So I paid 150 for all this stuff. But here's like the camper van. There's no camper van in here. Get it out of my face. Millennium Falcons, shout out to the earlier in the video, 7190 Millennium Falcons in here. This is Technic, Racers, whatever, blah 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 blah. Some Pirates, I think, some other stuff. Nothing crazy. Model team? No, no. Here's the sheriff's lockup instructions though, so that's good. We have that. We know we have that set. Here we go. Giant truck instructions. Not in that bad a condition either, if I do say so. Pretty crisp. I'll definitely be parting that one together and rebuilding that. Didn't see parts to that. Didn't see parts to that. Well, the base plate maybe, but I didn't see many minifigures. Like I said, I wasn't looking for minifigures. Instructions to that. Barely anything in it for it, but we got what we got. Don't remember seeing that for parts. But there's also another thing hidden in this last bin. So we made it all the way to the end. Appreciated. We found this. And this is actually part of set 5591. Mach 2 Redbird rig. Another model team set right here. Not going for as much as the giant truck. This is sitting at about 156 on Bricklink, but it looks like it's mainly there. The trailer part, I have to figure out parts to it. But I'm going to go through all this stuff and get some... Oh, this part of the castle. I'm going to go through all this stuff, sort the parts out a little better, and see if I can start putting some sets back together. There's old Octan stuff, but yeah. Definitely a good pickup. I'm happy I got it. Very lucky to get it. Sat in storage for a few years, but well worth it. We're going to get going through it. I'm going to add some great sets to my collection, as well as make my money back. So it's a win-win all around. That's why I buy stuff like this. Sometimes the collections are complete sets with instructions. Sometimes they're bins like this with parts, and it's just a little more work. But you factor that into the price when you offer them. You know, make them a fair offer and see what you can do. Definitely some surprises in here, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thank you for watching. As always, bye now.